Have you ever pondered what the mark of the beast might mean? This enigma has sparked intrigue and curiosity for centuries. The thought of it stirs a sense of mystery, a puzzle that has been a part of religious lore since time immemorial. It's an idea that has provoked countless debates, theories, and interpretations. This symbol, cryptic and ominous, has cast a long shadow over religious studies and popular culture alike. Today, we pull back the veil on the enigmatic concept of the mark of the beast. In essence, the mark of the beast is a symbol of allegiance. This intriguing concept, known as the mark of the beast, has its roots in the biblical book of Revelations, one of the most mysterious and debated books in the Bible. To truly understand the mark of the beast, we must first delve into its origins. In the book of Revelations, it is described as a mark received on the right hand or the forehead. This mark is not an ordinary one. It carries profound symbolic significance, representing loyalty or allegiance to the beast, which is often associated with Satan, or an embodiment of evil power. Now you might be wondering, who or what exactly is this beast? The beast, according to the book of Revelations, is a figure of authority and power that demands worship and obedience from people. In many interpretations, the beast symbolizes a system or entity that stands in direct opposition to God and his divine authority. So, the mark of the beast can be understood as a sign of submission and obedience to this beast. It's a sign that the person carrying the mark has chosen to align themselves with the beast, and by extension, against God. It's important to note that this mark is not necessarily a physical one, it's symbolic, representing a spiritual or moral choice. This mark then is not simply a mark, it is a powerful symbol, a statement of allegiance, a choice that signifies where one's loyalty lies. It's a decision that goes beyond surface-level actions, delving into the realm of spiritual beliefs and moral values. It's also worth noting that the mark of the beast is not something that can be taken lightly or dismissed as mere superstition. The significance and implications of this mark are deeply rooted in Christian eschatology, the part of theology concerned with the final events in the history of the world or of humankind. The mark of the beast, then, is a symbol of allegiance to a power that opposes God. It's a concept that challenges us to reflect on our own allegiances, our own choices, and the marks that we choose to carry in our lives. Is the mark of the beast a literal mark or a figurative representation? This question has been a topic of debate among theologians and scholars for centuries. As we delve into this fascinating subject, we must keep in mind that interpretations can vary widely. Some interpretations suggest that the mark of the beast is indeed a physical mark. This could be a tattoo, a brand, or even a microchip implanted under the skin. Those who hold this view often point to the literal wording of the book of Revelation, which speaks of a mark on the right hand or forehead. On the other hand, many see the mark not as a tangible symbol, but as a figurative representation of loyalty or disobedience to the beast. This perspective is often grounded in the symbolic language found throughout the Bible, where physical actions or attributes often represent spiritual realities. For instance, the heart is frequently used to denote one's innermost thoughts and desires. In this light, the mark could be understood as a metaphorical manifestation of one's allegiance, either to the beast or to the divine. There's also a third perspective that combines both views, suggesting that the mark could be both physical and symbolic, serving as a tangible sign of an individual's spiritual condition. The interpretation varies, but the common thread is the association with evil. Whichever interpretation one leans toward, the mark of the beast undoubtedly signifies something ominous and foreboding, a sign of rebellion against the divine order. The number 666 is infamously associated with the beast, but what does it signify? In the biblical context, specifically in the book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 18, we come across this number. It is described as the number of the beast, the number of a man, and it's written as 666. But what does it truly signify? Various theories have been proposed over time. Some researchers of biblical numerology suggest that 6 is the number of imperfection, a digit falling one short of 7, which symbolizes completeness and perfection. Therefore, the repetition of the number 6 3 times signifies a magnified imperfection and ultimate failure. Others propose a more historical context. The number could be a coded reference to a Roman emperor such as Nero, whose name in Greek, when converted into Hebrew numbers, can result in 666. This theory suggests that the number was a covert way for the persecuted Christian community to express their resistance against oppressive Roman rule. Yet another theory posits that 666 represents economic systems and human governance that operate independently from God. In Revelation 13, the mark of the beast is linked with economic sanctions, suggesting that the number might symbolize economic systems that are devoid of divine influence. However, some scholars caution against focusing too intently on deciphering the exact meaning of 666. They argue that the primary purpose of the number is to symbolize evil in a general sense, rather than pointing to a specific person or system. The number 666 has also found its way into popular culture, often used to invoke fear or represent the devil. From horror movies to heavy metal music, this number has been exploited for its ominous connotations. While the interpretations may differ, 666 remains a potent symbol of the beast and its mark. Whatever the exact meaning, the number 666 serves as a stark reminder of the beast's influence, a warning of impending danger, and a call to vigilance for believers everywhere. What happens to those who accept the mark of the beast? This question, no doubt, has echoed through the ages, stirring deep thoughts and intense debates. The scriptures are quite clear on the matter, painting a grim picture for those who would willingly accept the mark. The book of Revelation chapter 14 verses 9 to 11 states unequivocally the fate of those who accept the mark. They shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, poured out full strength into the cup of his indignation. In other words, they will face the full fury of God's wrath, undiluted and unmitigated. This wrath is described as torment with fire and brimstone, in the presence of holy angels and of the Lamb. This is a clear indication of a spiritual punishment, a separation from God's grace, an eternal suffering that surpasses all earthly pains and sorrows. Moreover, it is stated that the smoke of their torment ascends forever and ever, and they have no rest day or night. This imagery is stark and terrifying, signifying a state of constant, never-ending anguish. It's a spiritual torment that is not quelled by the passing of time, but rather it persists eternally, a ceaseless torment that exists beyond the confines of our earthly understanding of time and space. It's important to note that accepting the mark isn't a trivial matter. It's not merely a physical or economic decision, but a spiritual one that bears significant consequences. It's a choice that signifies allegiance, a declaration of one's stand, either with the beast or with God. This is why the scripture warns us in no uncertain terms about the dire consequences of accepting the mark of the beast. It's a stern warning, a clarion call to humanity to be vigilant, to be discerning, and to stand firm in the face of deception and coercion. In conclusion, the acceptance of the mark, as per the scriptures, leads to dire spiritual consequences. The scriptures warn us that the path of the beast is one of eternal torment, a path that leads away from the grace and mercy of God. It's a path that we, as believers, must strive to avoid at all costs. How does the mark of the beast resonate in our modern world? This question is not only intriguing but also relevant in our current times. The mark of the beast, a symbol from the ancient text of Revelation, echoes in various aspects of our contemporary society, often serving as a metaphor for moral and spiritual dilemmas. In popular culture, the mark has been reinterpreted and repurposed in numerous ways. From literature to film, music to visual arts, references to the mark of the beast are not uncommon, signifying a struggle against corrupt forces or a surrender to temptation. These interpretations, while varied, all highlight the timeless relevance of this symbol. The mark has also found its place in the realm of conspiracy theories, with speculations tying it to everything from microchip implants to barcodes. While these theories are largely unfounded, they reflect a broader societal anxiety about the loss of privacy, autonomy, and freedom in an increasingly interconnected world. In a more philosophical sense, the mark of the beast symbolizes the ethical and moral choices we make in our daily lives. It reminds us of the constant battle between good and evil, right and wrong, and the consequences of our actions. This symbolism resonates with many, regardless of religious beliefs, as it encapsulates the human condition's complexities and challenges. But perhaps most importantly, the mark of the beast serves as a reminder of the power of belief. Whether one interprets the mark literally or metaphorically, its presence in our collective consciousness underscores the influence of ancient texts on our modern world. It highlights the enduring power of stories and symbols to shape our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. While the mark of the beast is an ancient concept, its symbolism continues to resonate in our modern world, reminding us of the eternal struggle between good and evil. No matter the era, the mark of the beast continues to serve as a potent symbol of humanity's moral and spiritual journey.